Yeah.
Hugh, what is God?
Simple question, what is God? Take about a lifetime or lifetimes to work it out. I suppose, what is God? For me, is my idea of consciousness. God is not a thing, something you can necessarily see. It is within everything and outside of everything. So I believe that God, the absolute, whatever you want to call it, the self, is unchanging, is therefore pretty much everything I'm seeing has an element of God, but you couldn't call it God because everything changes. You, me, where we're sitting, this river, this planet has a life cycle, birth, death. But my feeling about God is that it exists beyond that, beyond those laws of nature. It was somehow, it is somehow separate to the laws of time, matter, space. And that's about as close as I've come to any realization of what God is. But around 14 or 15 was when I thought my father's idea and this church's idea of what God is, this just doesn't make sense. How can only 5% of the world be admitted into heaven under these laws? Why is it that they're largely wealthy white people are the only people sort of heading there? Why aren't the Buddhists going?
Well,
that's what started me to question. That's where the questions, this just doesn't make logical sense to me. I do believe there is an element of faith to life. There's an element of God is unexplainable. It is a concept that you can't put into words. I mean, it's, I think, a really interesting idea to make a documentary and ask people what they think what God is, because I don't believe you can actually explain it, because it's beyond words. It's an experience. God is an experience.
A lot of sense.
But I meditate. I was introduced to meditation about 15 years ago, and I meditate twice a day. And if I ever feel close to knowing what God is, it's somewhere in the boundary of that half-hour period, twice a day when I meditate.